Hey everybody, welcome to Cara's Cucina, YouTube's first and only Emmy-nominated cooking show. I'm Cara Di Falco. We are gonna celebrate Mother's Day quarantined, but with a really great dessert. We're making a strawberry crostata. So because we are all going to be still in quarantine when Mother's Day hits this weekend, I wanted to create something that is really easy to do, something that a lot of the dads can do with the kids. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's kind of messy, it's kind of fun, and it's still delicious, so you know, we're not kind of shortchanging moms at all either. And we're gonna be using strawberries. Fresh strawberries are one of the first berries to come into season and to come into market, and they are starting to come to the markets now, and they've been really good so far. So I've got about 1.5 pounds of strawberries, or 1.5 containers, hulled and sliced up. To this, we are going to add a little bit of flour. This is gonna help keep everything together because especially strawberries are really juicy. We're also gonna add in sugar, just a little bit to sweeten them a bit more. Some lemon zest. I'm not using lemon juice, which I would normally use in a lot of other fruit-based desserts, but again, strawberries are so juicy to start with. I kind of don't wanna add more liquid here, much more liquid if I don't have to. And we're also gonna add in some vanilla extract. Depending on how well mom is dealing, bourbon works well here too. We're just gonna get this all mixed up so it's nice and evenly coated. And we can see the flour kind of like binds to the strawberries, makes a nice little sauce for them, if you will. Okay. And these we're just gonna set aside while we get our crust ready. For our crostata, which is basically like an open-faced pie, so you'll see it's really easy. They're still really pretty, although again, they don't have to be so perfect the way we'd normally expect a pie to be. So the oven's preheating to about 375. I'm actually gonna cook this on this is my pizza pan, but it's got those holes in it so that the bottom gets nice and cooked through, and it won't be crispy, but at least it gets cooked through. And we just have that lined with a little bit of parchment paper. I've got my surface all floured, and this is my pie crust recipe. It's only one of the rounds that it makes, and the other one you can just store in the plastic in the freezer. It'll hold up really well. But we're just gonna start to flatten this with our hand. And if you do make your crust in advance, just let it come to room temperature before you start working with it, otherwise it'll crack. Or of course you can use store-bought pie crust as well. Good luck finding any. We'll just get this going. And then we're gonna roll it out the rest of the way. Okay, so we don't want it to be too thin or too thick. You wanna just start to be able to see your surface underneath it. So this looks good. I'm actually just gonna use the rolling pin, wrap it around. Transfer it to our pan here. That's the other nice part about parchment paper, makes things easy to adjust. Clearly it's not a perfect circle, that's fine. We don't even have to worry about it. And we don't have to worry about the edge hanging off because we're gonna fold everything over. I'm gonna grab our strawberries and I'll show you how to fill this. So we're just gonna take our strawberries, spoon them into the center, and we wanna leave about a 2-inch border all the way around the edge of the crust, because we are going to fold that part over. But otherwise, just get these into a mostly somewhat even layer. Again, it's really kind of the beauty of a crostata, or in French cooking it's called a galette. Either one, they're just, you know, kind of this really simple, rustic looking, open face kind of pie or tart. And they're a great project to do with kids because, you know, they get to play with the dough and they can mix the fruit, and it doesn't matter if, you know, it looks all kinds of wonky. That's kind of the point and the fun of it. So, and they're still real pretty. To finish this up, we're just gonna start with one end of the crust and fold it inward, and then just kind of gently layer it over to continue folding it in on itself. Wherever it kind of naturally wants to bend and fold is fine. Okay, And then just kind of gently press it a bit so it stays closed in on itself. All right, looking good. We can center this a little bit. I'm not gonna try to move it on the paper. And then you can dust this with either egg and sprinkle a little sugar on the outside, or honestly, I just use a little bit of water. It'll still kind of have the same effect, and then you don't have to worry about messy eggs in the kitchen. So again, we just wanna brush the edge just enough. What we're really just doing, what I'm just doing is making it sticky enough that the sugar grains will stick. There's enough butter in this pie crust that it'll turn golden anyway. Once our dough is wet, we're just gonna sprinkle that sugar right around the edge. Okay. This is gonna go in a 400-degree oven for 35 to 40 minutes or until the crust turns a nice golden brown. Let your crostata cool completely before slicing and serving it. You can serve this topped with vanilla ice cream, homemade whipped cream. If you wanted to chop up some fresh mint or fresh basil, that would be amazing here. A balsamic glaze would also be really cool on top. So whatever your family likes, whatever mom enjoys the most, be sure she gets that this weekend, despite how crazy everything has been. To all the moms out there who watch the show, thank you guys so much. I wish you all a very, very happy Mother's Day. Please stay safe and stay healthy. And for those who don't have the opportunity to see their moms this weekend, just be sure to send them a lot of love. I know that they feel it from you. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. That is it for this week in the Cucina. I'll see you guys next time. Buon appetito.